Hey there, my name is Landon Kessler with Idaho First Mortgage. I'm the branch manager here, and whether you're using me or you're using any one of our loan officers in this office, we really are excited that you're embarking on this mortgage journey with us, and we want to make this process as smooth and painless as we possibly can. So we created this video so that we could show you exactly what to expect, what it looks like, and what we need your help with so that we can move this process along at a good speed, and again, as smooth and as painless as we possibly can. The first thing that we're probably going to do, whether you're purchasing a home or you've decided to refinance with us, is we're going to want to talk to you about what interest rates are doing, whether we lock or float. We're going to make sure that we are setting your loan up with the right loan program, that you understand what your monthly payment is, what your cash to close will look like, or whether you're getting money back. All of these details, we're going to want to have a little bit of a consultation. So once we're set on that and we know exactly where we're moving, we're ready to start the process. And the first step in the process is we need you to consent to receive your disclosures and to sign them electronically. Make it really simple. So you're going to receive that e-consent by an email. So we want to show you what that looks like right here. So you're just going to simply receive an email from your loan officer. It's entitled e-disclosure consent. You open it up, it's going to have a blue box here that you're going to consent to receive e-disclosures so that you can sign those electronically instead of by paper. You click on that and you're done. Super simple. So you'll just get this confirmation that says e-disclosure consent received, and now I am good to send you your initial loan disclosures, and we'll show you what that looks like next.
Oh, what a day. Could it get any better? What's that? My loan disclosures! Where's my laptop? Once you've signed your e-consent, we will send you loan disclosures through email. They'll come through DocuSign to your email, and you'll see that the access code, there's a little message that will say your name, and it will say your access code is your full social with no dashes. You'll click review documents, and then you'll just type in your full social with no dashes, and then you'll hit continue. The main thing that you want to do when getting these documents is look at the loan estimate. Make sure it's accurate. Make sure that there's nothing that we might have missed as the loan officer when we set up the terms of the loan, when we locked in your interest rate. And you can see the term, you'll see the sales price and the address, the loan amount after your down payment, what your interest rate will be, what your principal and interest payment will be. And then if you scroll down a little bit below, you'll see a projected payment, which should have your principal and interest payment along with your escrow payment, which includes your mortgage insurance and taxes and homeowner's insurance. You'll recognize that this might just be an estimate, but we want to make sure it's as accurate as we can get it so that we're not running into any speed bumps down the road. You'll see your estimate monthly payment, which in this case is $4,662. And then you'll see an estimate of closing costs, cash to close, which includes your closing costs and down payment. You'll review this closing cost detail, and then you'll see down at the very bottom of the second page what your estimated cash to close is. And then any of these things that might come up, you want to make sure that you at least look at them. A lot of people will get documents and just sign them really quick and then move on, but we want to make sure that you've reviewed them, that if you have any questions that you bring them up with your loan officer so that, like I said, you're not getting any surprises down the road when it's really far along in the process, any money has been spent, or you feel like it's too late to back out. We just want to make sure that we're as thorough and as communicative as possible. You'll click start and it'll go through automatically and you'll sign different documents. We'll hit adopt and sign. You'll initial some. All these other documents, they're very important to make sure that you at least review, recognize these are non-binding documents. They're not something that you'll be held liable for, as much as we want to make sure they're accurate, that you're putting in the accurate information, that we have the information input accurately. You'll bump through and sign them. It's all pretty quick. And once you're all done, you'd hit finish. But I just want to reiterate that if you have any questions as you're reading through these, please don't hesitate to reach out to us and ask us. We want you to feel the most comfort and confidence that what we're doing is in your best interest. And we also want to make sure that you review the numbers accurately and that neither of us missed anything through the communication process. Congratulations, you've signed loan disclosures. Now on to the next step.
Okay, so while you're in that loan disclosure process piece, your loan officer is going to kind of review your loan file. We might already have some documentation from you that you provided during maybe the loan pre-approval process, but we're going to review it for anything that we might need updated pay stubs, updated bank statements. And we're going to create a checklist of documentation that we're going to send to you by email of things that we need so that we have a complete loan file that we can then submit to our underwriter for her to review. My underwriter's job is to review the documentation and to verify that we are meeting the loan program's guidelines. And that's it. That's her job. And so our goal is that when we can submit that full file to her, that she can approve that loan. And usually when she sends out that loan approval, typically it's within 24 hours of her receiving it. So it's super quick. And so as soon as we get that, this is when a loan processor is going to get involved in the process. Okay, I have 2 loan processors. You're going to hear from either Katrina Christensen or Lexi Barr. Okay, and these loan processors have the primary obligation job to get your loan to the finish line. That's their only job. And so the underwriter is going to review the file, and if there's some additional documentation that we still need from the borrower, the processors are going to reach out to you with those few things, okay? And we're also going to be waiting on the appraisal or title work or some other things that are third-party related. But if there's anything that we still need from the borrower, it's the processor's job to reach out to you for those things. And at this point, when you get that list, you may be thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, these guys are asking for...
Are you kidding me? More information? I have nothing left to give.
Holy. What, do they want my firstborn child too?
A lot, right? It can feel like a lot. But I just want to promise you that we're not asking you for anything that we've just made up, okay? Our job is to meet guidelines. These guidelines are determined by Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, VA, rural development, okay? So we're just trying to meet those guidelines, and we have to provide the documentation that they require. So don't feel like it's us against you. We're on your team, and we want to help you get to this finish line as bad as you do, okay? So just get us those documents as fast as you can. Try to keep a great attitude about it. We'll do the same, and we're going to get there together, okay? While we're working on all of that, at this point, we're also going to work on sending you what's called an initial closing disclosure. Okay? The closing disclosure is a document that we're required to send to you and have you sign at least 3 business days before you can actually close on the mortgage. So we want to get that out as soon as we possibly can in the process so there's no delays later. Typically, we want to have that initial underwriting approval and the appraisal back. Once we have those 2 things, we know it's a go. We're going to send you your initial closing disclosure the same way that we sent those initial disclosures through DocuSign. You're going to access it the same way, you're going to sign it the same way, and again, as soon as you sign it, it'll start that 3-day clock, and then we can close shortly after that. Here's an example of what your closing disclosure is going to look like. Again, this is another document that's going to give you an opportunity to review your loan terms shortly before closing. So we want to make sure that you're reviewing your loan amount, your interest rate. As you scroll down, you're going to see your estimated monthly payment and your cash to close, the money that's going to be needed on day of closing. You want to look for those, make sure they're exactly what you expected. And if there's any discrepancies on this document, you're going to want to get with your loan officer and talk about those. And it's not too late to make adjustments at this point. You'll be able to look at your closing cost details once again, all the fees. Most of those should be identical to what you saw on your loan estimate initially. And again, cash to close is compared to your loan estimate and the breakdown of all of the numbers. So review this document closely. If it feels good, looks good, sign it, and we'll be on our way. Once we have all of the conditions, all the borrower conditions, the appraisal, the title work, the insurance, everything, okay? We have a full and complete package now that we can send back to our underwriter so that she can do her final review. This is the time that it goes back to her. She does one last review of all the documents, all the things that she asked for, and assuming we met all of her conditions, we're going to get a very exciting email known as the Clear to Close email.
Yes! Got the clear to close!
Boom! We got the Johnson Clear to Close email. Let's go! Woo!
So we do get pretty excited when we get that clear to close email. The job's not yet done. We're not quite to the finish line. We still have to go to the title company where we're going to sign some documents that need to be notarized. Our closer will send closing documents to the title company. At that time, you're also going to get an email with some electronic documents to sign one last time. Okay? These are going to be your final closing documents. You do most of them electronically, the rest of them at the title company, and then we fund and record. So thanks again for watching the video. Hopefully this gives you our step-by-step process and how we're going to get this loan done for you. We're excited to get started. Let us know if you have any questions. Thanks.